Welcome back. At the start of 2023, few could have imagined that there was another level of superstardom for Taylor Swift. But between her globetrotting Eras tour, re-recording two of her earlier albums, and releasing a record-breaking concert movie, Swift's success soared to new heights this year. And now, the 12-time Grammy Award winner was named the 2023 Time Person of the Year. And joining us to discuss the decision is Time's editor-in-chief, Sam Jacobs. And Sam, I'm going to be, what's the word? But that, like, the person at the party. Well, everyone's going to disagree with me. But my first question to you, and then I'm going to agree with everybody on the set about all the amazing accomplishments and impact Taylor Swift has had on society. But looking at the guidelines for how this choice is made, is there perhaps a concern that you're ignoring, like, the grave injustice and threats that some of the other people on the lists are posing, not just to America, but to the world?
Good morning, Mika. Thank you for having me. And I'm always glad when you remind us what Time's rules are when it comes to Person of the Year. Every year we look at the person that had the biggest impact on the headlines over the last 12 months. 2023, like most years, was a year full of light and darkness. Our choice this year is someone who brought light and joy to the world. It doesn't mean we overlook the serious issues that have been discussed on this program this morning. We have a great profile of Sam Altman, our CEO of the year in this issue. We are looking at leaders across society, but ultimately, what is a greater form of influence than giving millions of people around the world the ability to find their own voice, to gather together as we come out of the pandemic, and to join together in joy? So for all of those reasons, Taylor Swift is Time's 2023 Person of the Year.
And Mika is Morning Joe's lone dissenter. I was expecting more groans when the announcement was made, but most everybody on the set agreed. I mean, again, if you look at, it's like the Beatles were extraordinary musicians. Their impact on popular culture, even more extraordinary 60 years later. Taylor Swift, she more than any other act, rivals that. It's just next level. You look at not only young girls, but also young women, young men, older men. Talk about her impact not only on popular culture, but also on their lives.
That's right. I mean, she made a space this year by telling her own story for everyone's stories. While Taylor Swift was like the weather this year, while she was ubiquitous, we don't hear from her a lot. So I think one of the exciting things we have in this issue is the first in-depth conversation she's had with any journalist since the beginning of 2020. And we hear what it was like to experience the year from her perspective. When it comes to influence, we had scientists, economists, university professors all competing with each other to find different ways to measure the impact that she had. But I think, Joe, as you point out, some of that influence goes beyond measurement. It's about how you make people feel, how you build community. And I think for that reason, she's deserving of this recognition.
Michael Schur, the showrunner, once said of Taylor Swift that the greatest concentration of happy people at any time on the planet is her concert audience. So that says something about the impact she has, that she brings such happiness to people. Let's go through some of the other contenders who Taylor Swift beat out. Walk us through, there's some familiar names here for bad reasons. Vladimir Putin is one. Others would be another contender, though, the Trump prosecutors. Tell us about them.
I think that's a story that's still developing. Hard to argue that this isn't the central story of our American democracy right now. What is going to happen to the former president, future president? And there are prosecutors across the United States that are going to play a tremendous role in that future. I think what this year showed, and I think the Trump prosecutor story is part of that, is the costs and limits of hard power, which is why we selected someone who really demonstrates significant soft power in a way that few others can.
Time Magazine editor-in-chief Sam Jacobs, thank you very much. We appreciate your coming on this morning.